Hello. So, kids, in last video we have seen the lesson from Mathematic book for class 5, the lesson number 1, fish tail. So, now we are going to see the solutions from the textbook. Let us go to page number 1 of the textbook of the lesson 1, okay, of the fish tail. The page number 1 of lesson 1 of Mathematic book class 5 has a question about haiku poem. So the question says, do you know any poems about fish? Okay, do you know any poems about fish? So you can write yes, you can write yes, I know one poem about fish. And what is the poem? The poem is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I left it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bit? This little finger on the right. Okay. So this is one example of the poem which you can write. Then there is a question which says try to use a square and a triangle to draw a fish. So here you are supposed to combine two shapes, a triangle and a square, and join the two shapes to make a fish. So how do you do that? What is the shape of the fish? Fish is something like this. This is square, and then you draw a triangle like this. So this becomes fish where you have joined a triangle and a square. Okay. Now let us move on to page number 2 of the lesson number 1, fish tail, where it is written draw a face with fish eyes. Okay, what does a fish eye mean? Fish eye is Meenakshi. Okay, so a girl having eyes like a fish is called Meenakshi. So you try to draw a face. We draw nose, then we draw mouth, okay, like this. We try to draw hairline, ear, okay, and then okay, we draw Meenakshi, a girl having fish-like eyes. Okay, so this is how you can draw face. Okay, then there is another question which says how long is the biggest fish you can imagine. Okay, this is also given on page number 2 of the lesson number 1, fish tail. So how long is the biggest fish you can imagine? The answer is already given in the text, which says that the whale shark Okay, which fish? Well, shark is around 18-meter long. Okay, so you can imagine that a fish is about 18 meters long. Then there is a question, how many times longer is your big fish than the smallest fish? Okay, so the answer is given in the text. If you read it carefully, you will realize that fish have different sizes. Okay, so the smallest fish is about 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter long. Okay, and the biggest fish is about 18 meters long. Okay, so what is the difference? You must find out what is 1 meter. 1 meter is 100 centimeter. Okay, so now you have to convert 18 meter into centimeters. So you multiply 18 into 100, which is 1800 centimeters. So the biggest fish is 1800 centimeter, smallest fish is 1 centimeter. So what is the difference? The difference is smallest fish is 1800 times longer or shorter, sorry, it is shorter than biggest fish. Have you understood this? Now again, on page 3, there is a question about how many kilograms do you weigh. Okay, so here what you can do is you can have your own weight measured and you can write down your weight. For example, if you are 10 years old, okay, because you are in class 5, so suppose you are 10 years old, roughly your weight is 30 kg. Okay, next question is 12 children like you put together will weigh how much? Okay, so if one kid weighs 30 kg, okay, 12 kids will weigh how much? So what you have to do is you have to weigh multiply 12 with 30 kgs. Okay, and how much you will get? You will get 360 kg. So 12 children or kids will weigh 360 kgs. Okay, on the same page, page number 3, there is one more question which says that about how much more does the whale shark weigh than 12 children like you put together. Okay, so in the text it is given that a whale shark weighs 16,000 kg. Okay, and 12 kids put together weigh how much? 360 kgs. Okay, so you have to find out the difference. So you find out, how do you find out the difference? You take 16,000 kgs minus 360 kgs. So what is the amount you get? What is the number you get? You get 15,640 kg as the answer. Okay. So the whale shark will weigh 15,640 kg more than the weight of 12 children put together. Have you understood this? Now in page number 5 and 6 there are questions. Page number 5 and 6 there are questions. Okay. So what are the questions in page number 5 and 6? How many of you have seen the sea? Where did you see it? Did you see it in movie or in real? How deep do you think the sea could be? Find out. So what is the solution? I have seen the sea. I have seen the sea at a particular place. For example, you can say you have seen the sea in Mumbai. I have seen the sea in a movie also and in real also. I think the depth of the sea is more than 500 feet. Okay, you can write like this. Another question is, do you know how to swim? Would you be scared of the high sea waves? Okay, so you can write, yes, I know how to swim, and yes, I am scared of high sea waves. Third question is, close your eyes and imagine the sea with waves rising high. So you can do this exercise yourself. You close your eyes and you have to imagine that there are waves which are very high waves. Fourth question is, how high do you think the waves can go? Okay, so the waves can go up to 45 meters high. Okay, have you understood? The waves can go up to 45 meters high. Okay. Now there is a question on logboats also. Okay. So the logboats do not go very far. If the wind is helpful, they travel 4 km in 1 hour. Okay. So related to logboat, there are questions. How long will they take to go a distance of 10 kilometers? Okay. So the logboats, see, what is the others? How much does it travel? The logboat, okay, travels 4 kilometer in 1 hour. Okay. So for 10 kilometers, okay, what time is required? How much time is required? So you calculate 1 hour. We can use short form for hour, 1 HR. HR is the short form for hour. Okay. So 1 hour is the time in which logboat will cover a distance of 4 kilometer. And here we have to cover a distance of 10 kilometers. Okay. So you split 10 into 4 plus 4 plus 2. So 4 kilometer is travelled in 1 hour. So you write 1 hour another 4 kilometer in 1 hour. Okay, 2 is half of 4. So what is half of 1 hour? Half of 1 hour is 30 minutes. Okay, you can write 30 minute, or you can write half an hour, whichever way you want to write. So you calculate 1 hour plus 1 hour plus 30 minutes, which is, you can write this half an hour as 0.5 hour also. Okay, so here 1 plus 1 plus 0.5, which is 2.5 hours. Okay, so the logboat will travel 10 kilometers in 2.5 hours. Have you understood this calculation? Another question is, guess how far can you go in 1 hour if you walk fast? Okay, so here when you are walking, it depends upon your speed. Okay, so if you go on walking for 1 hour, maybe you will cover a distance of 4 to 5 kilometers. Page number 7 of Mathemagic book in lesson Fish Tale has another question. Look at the sun and find out the direction from where it rises. Okay, so from where you are, what interesting thing do you see in your east? Okay, so you can stand facing sun in east, and you can see that there is sun is seen, rising sun is seen in east. Another question is, name 2 things that are lying to your west. So you can see whatever you can see in the direction, and then you can write that you are able to see a building, or you are able to see a tree, etc. to your west. Then look at the different types of boats. Some boats have motors and go farther into the sea. Since they go far out, they can catch more fish. Okay, and these boats have faster traveling speed. So at the speed of about 20 kilometer in 1 hour, how far would the motor boats go in the 3.5 hours? Okay, so here this motor boats, okay, they can travel fast because of the motor, and they are traveling how much? They are traveling 20 kilometer in 1 hour. So what is the question? The question is, how far would the motorboat go in 3.5 hours? Okay, in 3.5 hours, what is the distance covered? So here you calculate you split the 3 hours, 3.5 hours into 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus half is half hour, and you see how much distance is covered in 1 hour. In 1 hour 20 kilometers is covered. So you write 1 hour 20 kilometer plus 1 hour 20 kilometer plus 1 hour 20 kilometer plus half hour is half of 1 hour. Okay, so you write half of 20. See, this is 1, so you are writing 20. For half, you will write half of 20, which is 10 kilometer. So now you add 20, 20, 20 and 10, which comes to 20, 40, 60, 70 kilometers. Okay, so the motorboat will travel 70 kilometers in 3.5 hours. Have you understood this? Next question is, how much time will they take to go 85 kilometers? Now again, see, 85 kilometer you have to travel. Okay, what is the traveling time? In 1 hour the boat is traveling 20 kilometers. Okay, so for the boat to travel 85 kilometers, what do? We split this 85 into 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20. Okay, this is 20, 20, 40, 60, 80 plus 5. So 20 kilometer is traveled, it takes 1 hour. So you write 1 hour plus 1 hour plus 1 hour. Okay, plus 1 hour. And for 5 kilometers, what do? See, in 1 hour 20 kilometers it is traveled. So in half hour 10 kilometers. Okay, and for 5 kilometer, how much time is required? Half of half hour, which is 15 minutes. Okay, so you write 15 minutes here. Okay, for 5. So now you calculate 1, 2, 3, 4 hours and 15 minutes. So for the motorboat to travel 85 kilometers, okay, it will take 4 hours and 15 minutes time. Have you understood this? Let me explain this to you again. The motorboat has to travel 85 kilometers. It covers 20 kilometers in 1 hour. So it covers 10 kilometers in half an hour and it covers 5 kilometers in 15 minutes. Okay, so now for the boat to travel 80 kilometers, what is the time that is required? Okay, so what we do is we first split this 85 kilometers into 20. So 20, 40, 60, 80 plus 5 for 85. Then we decide for 20 kilometer 1 hour is taken. So we write 1 hour here, 1 hour here, 1 hour here, 1 hour here. And for 5 kilometers 15 minutes time is required. So we write 15 minutes here. And then we calculate 1, 2, 3, 4 hours 15 minutes is the time required for the motorboat to travel 85 kilometers. Okay, we continue further in next video. Thank you.